Sunken Ships, Disappearances, and Sightings dating back to the time of colonization, up to photos from the 2000s. What could be hidden in the 400 meters of depth of Lake Naruelito on the border of Argentine Patagonia and Chile? Known as Nahuelito, a creature roams the icy waters of the famous city of Bariloche. Theories and images converge to ensure this story is not forgotten. Could this monster be the result of a scientific experiment, popular speculation, or a dinosaur that survived the ages? Cryptozoology professionals and even local media are working to definitively solve this mystery. This is The Wild Unknown, and today you'll discover the incredible story of the forgotten Argentinian dinosaur. So, click that like button right away and consider subscribing if you want access to exclusive content or want to chat with me via video call by becoming a channel member using the join button down below. But before we begin, it's important to define what cryptozoology is. This term is used to describe the branch of science that studies animals reported through constant sightings, whether they are mythological creatures or animals believed to be extinct according to prevailing concepts. We've covered various such creatures on this channel, and this is another story that will make you consider many possibilities that could indeed be real. So, click the like button, and let's get started. Around the 1600s, in the Patagonian region of Argentina, Spanish colonizers began hearing indigenous legends about a huge creature living in the Great Lake. This creature attacked fishing canoes and was consistently sighted by the locals. The area was sparsely populated, but the natives referred to this creature as el cuero, which means the leather because they claimed that at night, a massive animal would emerge from the lake, stretching itself along the shores to bask in the moonlight. When seen from a distance, it looked like a large reptilian skin stretched out along the lake's shores. No indigenous people dared to get close because they believed the creature had become aggressive towards some humans who ventured too close. As the years passed, many Germans and Englishmen arrived in the territory now known as San Carlos de Bariloche, and they heard the same indigenous legends and even reports from settlers who claimed to have seen the monster or had their boats attacked by it. In 1897, a scientific team was assembled to investigate the area and document as much information as possible about sightings and incidents involving boats. An Italian zoologist living in Buenos Aires, Dr. Clemente Onelli, and an Argentine named Florentino Amagino began a task force to collect information about the creature they believed to be a surviving plesiosaur from thousands of years ago. Then, in 1910, the first documented sighting occurred. George Gary, an English traveler passing through Bariloche, was by the lake's edge one evening when he claimed to have seen a massive marine creature about 400 meters from the shore. According to George, the monster had a large neck and was approximately 7 meters long, including its broad and robust body. The sighting was brief, lasting only a few seconds, but from then on, many more sightings were formally recorded. Fishermen began reporting that their boats had been attacked in broad daylight. Violent blows would capsize their boats, and a large silhouette of an enormous animal could be seen beneath the water. Some men lost their lives due to hypothermia in such icy waters because the attacks always occurred in winter. When summer arrived, the monster would disappear. The owner of a small lakeside restaurant reported to the police of that time that he had seen the animal several times at night when he was closing his business. It was always very quick, but he could see it emerging from the waters when the moon was high in the sky. The man believed that as human activity increased in the area, the monster stopped coming to the riverbanks, making it possible to see it only a few meters ahead in the water. During this investigation, the team discovered 3 descriptions of the creature. Most of them matched the description of a plesiosaur, while a small part described it as a giant crocodile. However, these reports were contradictory in many aspects and were dismissed. Another part believed it to be a sea serpent, which they associated with the creature's long neck. But in 1922, an American named Martin Chayfield sought out the investigators to provide a shocking and revealing testimony. Martin was in Bariloche and was sitting by the lake one afternoon, admiring the beautiful view. On the day of the sighting, the sun had not yet set when he claimed to have seen an animal very similar to what we know today as a dinosaur. According to him, the animal came very close to the shore but quickly retreated. It measured 5 to 7 meters, with nearly 2 meters of neck. Martin even compared the movements of the creature's neck to those of a swan. Despite its size, the monster was agile and swam quickly. The sighting lasted a few minutes until the animal submerged and disappeared. It was during this occasion that the creature was named Nahuelito, in association with the name of the lake, which is Naruelito. With the advent of technology, some important information came to light. First, the context of Lake Naruelito was analyzed. It has a depth of 450 meters, much deeper than Loch Ness in Scotland, which has about 227 meters of depth. For example, we even have a video about the Loch Ness monster on our channel. Additionally, Lake Naruelito is of glacial origin, originating from glaciers, and it has a vast expanse of approximately 557 square kilometers with 7 branches leading to cities and also into the Patagonian forest, an ideal place for many large animals to hide. Mass sightings also occurred, such as in 1987 when 30 workers changing shifts at a factory near the lake saw a strange animal swimming rapidly in broad daylight. They all described the creature in the same way: large, 5 to 7 meters long neck, resembling a reptile, and with a small mouth and what appeared to be fins. Photographs and videos taken by tourists and local residents often suggested that something really large could be swimming in those waters. In November 2008, the mystery of Nahuelito gained even more attention. Testimonies of 2 sightings of huge creatures were recorded by local media, including TV channels. However, these sightings didn't occur at Lake Naruelito but in 2 other locations, Lake Reta and Lake Pequeño, both located in Argentine Patagonia. Tourists hiking in the region claimed to have seen what looked like a giant aquatic dinosaur making quick appearances on the water's surface on multiple occasions and for several consecutive days. The case gained notoriety and was even featured on Argentine TV channels, where the possibility of there being not just one Nahuelito but a family of them was discussed. But that's not all. A revealing photo emerged shortly thereafter. Photographer George Sacer was on a boat on Lake Reta, capturing the beautiful landscape. When he got home and unloaded his photos, he noticed 3 humps protruding from the water. The photo was taken at a distance of about 150 meters but showed something distinctly different in the lake. The image was sent for analysis, and no digital manipulation was found. According to local newspapers, this news led to reports of fishermen and tourists who had disappeared in the region. Some claimed that their relatives had gone missing, and only their fishing boats or boats and jet skis were found adrift with parts of their hulls damaged, indicating that something large could have collided with the vessels. Various theories emerged, from spy submarines causing the accidents to scientific experiments in the lake. Since the first sightings, Lake Naruelito in Bariloche has had an island called Emilo, which many claim to be a site for scientific experiments involving radiation. This theory gained even more momentum when the island was open to tourist visits, and an infestation of spiders and rats needed to be eliminated. People involved in this cleanup even claimed that the island's rats and spiders were much larger, nearly 3 times the size of the endemic rats and spiders in the area. They suggested that scientific experiments might have altered some type of aquatic mammal, similar to how the rats and spiders on the island were allegedly affected. However, if this theory were true, it still wouldn't explain the sightings and reports from indigenous people and early settlers. A reporter from Argentina was on vacation in the Bariloche region and posed for a photo in front of Lake Naruelito. The person accompanying her pointed out something strange in the water, and with zoom, it's possible to see the neck and eyes of some animal that, according to them, disappeared shortly afterward. The young woman said the following words: "For a long time, I was a skeptic, but today, I believe that Nahuelito exists." The reporter's photo was described as being a rock that became apparent in the lake due to a phenomenon known as pareidolia. Her brain associated the shape of a rock with a known animal. But what do you think is really hidden in the waters of Lake Naruelito? Share your opinion in the comments below. Despite these reports possibly instilling fear, Argentine Patagonia is a beautiful place worth visiting. Not just Patagonia, but the entire country of our South American neighbors has so much to offer. If you're interested in cryptozoology topics, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to learn more about Argentina, I recommend Gabby K's channel, which is popping up on your screen. I guarantee that after watching it, Argentina will be your next vacation destination, especially because our currency is very valuable there. Please don't leave the video without hitting the like button. Thank you for watching. I'm